Okay, Salaki, I just want to continue on from the previous video I just put up concerning the Great Lakes being polluted. But we're going to be good, you know. The Lord is going to provide for his elect, man. He's going to provide for his elect. But this is a major problem here. Despite their enormous importance, the lakes were degraded for well over a century as industry and development expanded around them. By the late 1960s, rivers like the Cuyahoga, Buffalo, and Chicago were so polluted that they were catching fire. Damn. Imagine that they're catching fire. In 1965, Maclean's magazine called Lake Erie the smallest and shallowest Great Lake, and odorous slime-covered graveyard that may have already passed the point of no return. Lake Ontario wasn't far behind. In 72, the U.S. and Canada signed the Great Lakes Water Quality Agreement, a landmark pact to clean up the Great Lakes. Now, 50 years later, they have made progress, but there are new challenges and much unfinished business. I studied environment and have written 4 books. Who cares a damn? Starting with phosphates, a major step in Canada-U.S. joint. Yeah, like I said, we're going to be good, man. We're going to be good. These are just signs. These are just signs. When the poor and needy, Isaiah 41:17. When the poor and needy seek water, and there is none, and their tongue faileth for thirst, I, the Lord, will hear them. I, the power of Israel, will not forsake them. I will open rivers in high places and fountains in the midst of the valleys. I will make the wilderness a pool of water, and the dry land springs of water. I will plant in the wilderness the cedar, so that the water's gonna be good for us. It's gonna be flavored. It's gonna smell. It's gonna taste good. It's gonna a flavor to it. The shitta tree, and the myrtle and the oil tree. I will set in the desert the fir tree and the pine and the box tree together, and all of you know. So it's all coming back in the kingdom, but he's gonna look out for us. And like I said, it's all gonna be good. What's the scripture in Job? Hold on. It's not Job. It's like it's escaping me. I'm thinking afraid is in the scripture itself. Not be afraid. Here it is, Job 5. I should have known that. I'm in Job 5 so much. Okay. He shall deliver, 5:19, he shall deliver thee into 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. So there's not going to be a moment where we're going to thirst, man. You know, all hell pops off. He's going to look out for his elect. There's not going to be a moment where we're going to suffer, you know. But that hour, not the hour, but yeah, it's like the hour. But the hour of temptation which is a trial, is will pass, you know. And so, like I said, it says there, and no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction within coming. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. I had a dream. No, I said I had a dream. I had it was a night a couple of years ago. You know, for some reason I was just laying on my back, snoring, mouth wide open. I must have been snoring heavily and hard. But anyway, when I woke up, you know, from that breathing in and out, it dried up my mouth. And, you know, literally my tongue was stuck to the top of my mouth. You know, as soon as I woke up, my tongue touched the top of my mouth and it was stuck for a moment. And it was and immediately it was that that feeling of discomfort and a moment of just a split second of distress hit me. You know what I'm saying? Just a split second of it, like. So I remember, I still remember it in my mind, just thinking about this. I immediately started thinking about the scriptures and of the famine. You know, I immediately started thinking about the scriptures when this happened, because that's what it reminded me of. You know, when it happened. But it's like I said, it literally put the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai at me. Just that, and I still remember it. It put the fear. That's an experience I do not want to experience again. You know, I do not want to experience that again. You know, so it says, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth. So this is going to be, it's going to be a good time. Let me go back to that. So my point, like it said, wherever that is, it's so polluted that the wildlife itself is having trouble surviving. So fragile Great Lakes, Lake Michigan pollution, microplastic, algae bloom, endangered ecosystem. The ecosystem is off. Okay, the ecosystem is off. So the earth is out of whack. Like, what's the scripture? Um, um, it's escaping me. The earth is out of course. You know. So let me go back to the scriptures. Let me see if I can find me another one here. Let's see if I can find me one more. Find me one more. Ooh, they shall not hunger nor thirst, neither shall the heat nor sun smite them, for he that hath mercy on them shall lead them. Even by the springs of water shall he guide them. Yeah, and 50, you know, there's nothing the Most High can't do, you know. Even in the most impossible situations we're going to experience, it's no problem for him to deliver us out of any of them. 50:2, it says, thus said the Lord power, where is the bill of your mother's divorcement, whom I have put away, or which of my creditors is to whom I have sold you? Behold, for the iniquities have ye sold yourselves, and for your transgressions is your mother put away. Wherefore, when I came, was there no man? When I called, was there none to answer? Is my hand shortened at all that I cannot redeem? Nope. Or have I no power to deliver? Behold, at my rebuke I dry up the sea. I make the rivers a wilderness. Their fish stinketh, because there is no water, and dieth for thirst. I clothe the heavens with blackness, and I make sackcloth their covering. The Lord power hath given me the tongue of the learned, that I should know how to speak a word in season to him that is weary. He waketh morning by morning, and waketh my ear to hear as to learn. The Lord power hath opened my ear, and I was rebellious, neither turned away back. I gave my back to the smiters, and my cheek to them that plucketh off the hair. I hid not my face from shame and spitting, for the Lord power will help me. Therefore shall I not be confounded. Therefore have I set my face like a flint, and know that I shall not be ashamed. He is near, he that justifieth me. Who will contend with me? Let us stand together. Who is my adversary? Let him come near to me. Behold, the Lord power will help me. Who is he that shall condemn me? Lo, they all shall wax old as a garment, and moth shall eat them up. Who is among you that feareth the Lord, that obeyeth the voice of his servants, that walketh in darkness and have no light? Let him trust in the name of the Lord. Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, and stay upon his power. Um, see, the tongue of the sucking child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth. I experienced that a couple of years ago. The tongue cleaving to the cleaveth to the roof of the mouth. I experienced that for a moment, just for a short moment, man. I damn near panicked. Oh, Amos 8:11 is referring to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the truth. Okay. In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. A hell of a nightmare is coming. I read that 59. They that be, 2 Ezra 15:58. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. Can you imagine that? But that's going to happen. That's going to actually happen. They're going to cut themselves and drink each other's blood, man. Drink their own blood, you know? And that's an ungodly thing. And what does it say about blood, you know? Let me see if I can find it. Yes, pain, you know, prepare for them, for the ungodly. Pain. He's preparing pain for them. Leviticus 3:17, it shall be a perpetual statute for your generation throughout all your dwellings, that ye eat neither fat nor blood. So, in for survival, they're going to continue to go off, committing wickedness, drinking blood. You know, there was another one that says that somewhere. It might be in Deuteronomy. That's Esau thing, that blood, drinking blood, man, eating raw foods. And even Jakes continue to eat their steaks and medium rare. Moreover, Leviticus 7:26, moreover, ye shall eat no manner of blood, whether it be of fowl or of beast, in any of your dwellings. Whatsoever soul it be that eateth any manner of blood, even that soul shall be cut off from his people. Okay? Imagine that. And it's coming. And that day's coming. Lake Michigan is the largest freshwater lake entirely within the U.S. with 1,600 miles of prized shoreline. The Great Lakes hold 20% of the world's fresh water and about 85% of North America's. They're a resource we must protect. But toxic algae blooms are threatening the health of our Great Lakes. They're the result of excess of nutrient in waterways and one of the main causes of fertilizer runoff. You see, so fertilizer runoff is an enormous problem and for the most part not regulated under the Clean Water Act. And so that's them big manufactured companies paying off the politicians, you know, paying off the politicians so they won't pass a Clean Water Act, you know, or would not, like it says, not to regulate it under the Clean Water Act. They're paying off the politicians. See, Esau ain't shit, man. It's devil ain't shit. Anyway, I don't want to go too much into that. It's not even necessary. So you see that, you know, all hell breaks loose. When desperation set in, there's going to be a whole lot of them that's going to look toward those Great Lakes, and they're going to put a cup in. It's going to come up thick and slimy. Anyway, so till next time, Lord willing, shalom.